Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am VC Pramod with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says the government is accountable to the people, charges Congress with destroying constitutional institutions. RBI cuts repo rate by 25 basis points to 6.25% and reverse repo rate to 6% in its bi-monthly monetary policy review. Enforcement Directorate questions Robert Vadra for the second day in a money laundering case. Northern Army Commander Lieutenant General Ranbir Singh says fight against terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir has now entered an important phase. In Chhattisgarh, 10 Maoists killed in encounter with security forces in Bijapur district. And in weightlifting, India's Saikhom Mirabai Chanu wins the gold in the 48 kg category at EGAT Cup in Thailand. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said the country has been progressing in all sectors in the last 4.5 years, including agriculture, milk output, steel sector and aviation. Replying to the motion of thanks on the President's address in the Lok Sabha, Mr. Modi said his government is accountable to the people of the country.
सरकार की पहचान ईमानदारी के लिए है। इस सरकार की पहचान पारदर्शिता के लिए है, गरीबों के लिए, संवेदना के लिए है, राष्ट्र हित को सर्वोपरि रखने के लिए है, भ्रष्टाचार पर कार्रवाई करने के लिए है और तेज गति से काम करने के लिए है.
The Prime Minister hit out at the Congress on various issues and emphatically denied its charge of destroying the constitutional institutions. Mr. Modi said the Congress should look within as to how it had undermined these institutions during its rule at the centre.
देश में आपातकाल थोपा कांग्रेस ने, लेकिन कहते हैं इंस्टीट्यूशन मोदी बर्बाद कर रहा है. सेना को अपमानित किया कांग्रेस ने, कहते हैं मोदी बर्बाद कर रहा है. देश के सेनाध्यक्ष को गुंडा कहा, कहते हैं कि करने वाले कांग्रेस, कहते हैं मोदी इंस्टीट्यूट बर्बाद कर रहा है. 356 का दुरुपयोग 100 बार, करीब 100 बार आपने किया. चुनी हुई सरकारों को आपने बर्खास्त कर दिया.
The Prime Minister also hit out at the Congress over its accusation on the Rafale deal, saying it does not want the Indian Air Force to be strong.
मैं गंभीर आरोप लगा रहा हूं, कांग्रेस पार्टी चाहती नहीं है कि हमारी वायुसेना मजबूत हो. आप राफेल का सौदा रद्द हो, इसके पीछे किसकी भलाई के लिए लगे हो? आप किस कंपनी की भलाई के लिए खेल खेल रहे हो? आप इस प्रकार से देश की सेना के साथ ये व्यवहार करते हो? 30 साल तक देश की सेना को आपने निहत्था बना करके रखा था.
Later, the House adopted the President's address, negating the opposition amendments. Earlier, participating in the discussion, Congress leader Mallikarjun Kharge said unemployment is on the rise and accused the government of not fulfilling the promises made in this regard. Dinesh Trivedi of TMC criticized the government decision of demonetization, saying that it has failed to serve the purpose. Shiv Sena's Anand Rao said demonetization did not help any farmer, trader and consumer and also failed to bring the black money. The Rajya Sabha was adjourned for the day as opposition including SP, BSP, RJD, TMC and other parties continued their protests over changes in the faculty recruitment system in colleges and universities. In the post-lunch session, soon after BJP MP Bhupender Yadav started speaking on the motion of thanks on the President's address, opposition members trooped into the well, raising slogans leading to adjournment of the House for the day. Earlier, responding to the members in the pre-lunch session, HRD Minister Prakash Javadekar clarified that the 13-point roster system has come into being because of the court's order and not the government's action. The minister expressed confidence that justice will be done when a review petition is filed in the court. Reserve Bank of India in its bi-monthly monetary policies reduced repo rate by 25 basis points to 6.25%. RBI's 6-member Monetary Policy Committee also brought down reverse repo rate to 6%. The repo rate is the rate at which the Reserve Bank lends short-term money to the banks, while the reverse repo rate is the rate at which the central bank borrows money from commercial banks. It was the first policy review by the RBI after appointment of its governor Shaktikanta Das in December last year. Addressing the media in Mumbai today, Mr. Das said that inflation had fallen to 18-month low of 2.19% in December and was expected to remain in the range of 3.2 to 3.4% in April-September, which is lower than the previous RBI prediction of 3.8 to 4.2% range. The RBI governor said they expect GDP growth rate to be at 7.4% in the fiscal 2019-20, which is up from 7.2% estimated for financial year 2018-19 by Central Statistical Organization. More from our correspondent.
RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das today justified the 25 basis point rate cut, saying that it is vital to act decisively and in a timely manner to address the objective of growth once the objective of price stability has been achieved. On the regulatory policies front, RBI has enhanced the limit of collateral-free agricultural loans from 1 lakh to 1.6 lakh, hoping that it will bring in small and marginal farmers in the formal credit system. It has also redefined bulk deposits from 1 crore to 2 crore rupees with a view to enhance operational freedom of banks in raising deposits. Nisha Rani, AIR News, Mumbai.
Finance Minister Piyush Goyal said in a tweet that rate cut by RBI and its change in stance to neutral will give a boost to the economy. He said the move will lead to affordable credit for small businesses, home buyers, etc., and further boost employment opportunities. We talked to the Chief Economist of PhD Chambers of Commerce and Industry, S.P. Sharma, about the impact of RBI monetary policy announced today.
This move to reduce the repo rate, I think, is a first step to go further. In the coming times, the industry wants more, and industry is expecting that there must be a cut of 50 basis point to expand the production possibility frontiers in the economy. That will be a great move to provide employment to a lot of growing young population with the increased demand in the economy.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
पापा, हमारा पक्का घर बन जाने पर नया सामान लोगे ना?
क्या क्या चाहिए हमारी बेटिया रानी को?
हॉल में रखने के लिए टेलीविजन।
अच्छा, और
मम्मी के लिए किचन का सामान और पापा घर के अंदर एक टॉयलेट। हमको टॉयलेट के लिए बाहर ना जाना पड़े।
जरूर बेटी। अच्छा, और बताओ, रानी बेटी को फिर क्या क्या चाहिए?
मेरे लिए एक स्टडी टेबल, चेयर और किताबें रखने के लिए एक अलमारी।
हाँ, हमारी बेटी पढ़ लिख कर बड़ी अफसर बनेगी।
क्यों रानी को झूठे सपने दिखा रहे हो?
अरे ये सच है। ये देखो हमारा लेटर। प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना शहरी स्कीम के अंतर्गत अब हमारे पक्के घर का अधूरा सपना होगा पूरा।
सच?
जी हाँ, अब सबके सपने हो रहे हैं पूरे। प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना शहरी स्कीम के अंतर्गत मिलने वाले घरों से लाखों लोगों ने अपने घर का सपना किया है पूरा। अधिक जानकारी के लिए अपने स्थानीय शहरी निकाय से संपर्क करें।
हाउसिंग फॉर ऑल, सबके लिए घर, ये हमारा सपना भी है और संकल्प भी है।
जमीन के नीचे पानी का स्तर तेजी से नीचे गिर रहा है। कई गांवों में नल और कुएं सूखे हुए हैं और पानी के लिए उन्हें मीलों दूर जाना पड़ता है। उनकी पानी की समस्या को आप दूर कर सकते हैं अपना डोनेशन देकर। डोनेशन देने के लिए पानी का नल कहीं व्यर्थ खुला देखें तो बंद कर दें।
आपका ये छोटा सा डोनेशन है पर्यावरण में बड़ा योगदान, और यही है आपका ग्रीन गुड डीड। ग्रीन गुड डीड्स मतलब कुछ हरे भरे काम अपनी धरती के नाम। पर्यावरण, वन एवं जलवायु परिवर्तन मंत्रालय द्वारा पर्यावरण हित में जारी।
Robert Vadra, husband of Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, appeared before the Enforcement Directorate ED for the second day in a money laundering case probe. The case relates to money laundering in the alleged purchase of several properties in London. Last week, a Delhi court granted interim bail to Mr. Vadra in the case and had directed him to appear before the ED and cooperate in the investigation. Karti Chidambaram, son of former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram, also appeared before the ED in connection with the INX media case. The ED has questioned Karti on several occasions in the case, which is also being probed by the CBI. Northern Army Commander Lieutenant General Ranbir Singh has said the fight against terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir has now entered an important phase. He said in the hinterland too, Indian Army has developed effective counter-terrorism capabilities and the collective efforts have yielded notable success. Our correspondent reports Lieutenant General Singh was addressing media persons at Northern Command's investiture ceremony at Udhampur today.
The Northern Army commander said that J&K state has suffered considerable hindrance due to terrorism for the last 3 decades, aided and abetted from across the border. He said that 16 camps of terrorists are active in Pak-occupied Kashmir and Pakistan, adding a number of terrorists are undergoing training in these camps. He said 300 terrorists are active in North Kashmir, while 50 are in South Kashmir. R.K. Raina, AR News, Jammu.
Earlier in the day, Northern Army Commander presented gallantry as well as distinguished service awards to officers, other ranks and next of kin at the investiture ceremony. The centre is likely to take punitive action against 5 senior police officers of West Bengal, including DGP Virendra Kumar, for taking part in the dharna of Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. This may include stripping of meritorious awards and removing the officers from the list of seniority. Sources said a similar action is also expected against Kolkata Police Commissioner Rajiv Kumar. It said Home Ministry has sought action against Rajiv Kumar for sitting at the dharna of the State Chief Minister on the 4th of this month. The ministry is believed to have asked the West Bengal government to take action against them for alleged violation of the All India Service rules. In Chhattisgarh, 10 Maoists were killed in an encounter with security forces at Bijapur district in Bastar region today. DG of Police DM Awasthi said the gunfight broke out near Talibod village when a joint team of the Special Task Force and the District Reserve Guard launched an anti-Nakshal operation in Mad area after receiving intelligence input about the presence of Maoists there.
2 बार एनकाउंटर हुआ है. टोटल एक्सचेंज ऑफ फायर दोनों तरफ से 2.5 घंटे तक हुआ है. उसके बाद उस इलाके की सर्चिंग करने के बाद 10 यूनिफॉर्म डेड बॉडीज बरामद की गई हैं और 12 वेपन्स जिसमें 11 भरमार बंदूकें और एक 315 बोर की रिवॉल्वर है, ये बरामद हुए हैं.
Agriculture Minister Radha Mohan Singh has written a letter to Chief Ministers of all states for their support in the effective and speedy implementation of Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi, PM Kisan. Under the scheme, all small and marginal farmers' families having cultivable land of up to 2 hectares will be provided income support of 6,000 rupees per year. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said India-Bangladesh relations have been on an upward trajectory during the last few years. Interacting with Bangladesh Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen, who called on him at his official residence today, Mr. Modi reaffirmed India's commitment to work with Bangladesh to build on this momentum. Mr. Momen arrived in New Delhi last night on a 4-day visit to India. The second meeting of the Comprehensive Review of Trade Treaty between India and Nepal began in Pokhara today. During the 2-day meeting, India will respond to Nepal's proposal of updating treaties submitted in the first meeting held in New Delhi last year. Both sides will also deliberate upon various bilateral trade issues, including ways to reduce Nepal's trade deficit with India. Indian weightlifter Saikhom Mirabai Chanu won a gold medal in the 48 kg category at the EGAT Cup in Thailand today. The world champion made a strong comeback from the lower back injury that kept her out of action for nearly 9 months. The 24-year-old Manipuri clinched the yellow medal with an effort of 192 kilograms in the silver level Olympic qualifying event. Points earned from this tournament will come in handy when the final rankings for Tokyo 2020 cut are done. In cricket, both Indian men's and women's teams will play their second T20 internationals of their 3-match series against New Zealand at Auckland tomorrow. While women's team match starts at 7:30 in the morning, men's team's clash begin at 11:30 a.m. Indian time. After losing their opening games, both Indian men's and women's teams will be eyeing for a strong comeback against the hosts in the must-win match. In the first match, while Indian men's team suffered an 18-run defeat, Eves lost by 23 runs yesterday. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says the government is accountable to the people, charges Congress with destroying constitutional institutions. RBI cuts repo rate by 25 basis points to 6.25% and reverse repo rate to 6% in its bi-monthly monetary policy review. Enforcement Directorate questions Robert Vadra for the second day in a money laundering case. Northern Army Commander Lieutenant General Ranbir Singh says fight against terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir has now entered an important phase. In Chhattisgarh, 10 Maoists killed in an encounter with security forces in Bijapur district. And in weightlifting, India's Saikhom Mirabai Chanu wins gold in the 48 kg category at the EGAT Cup in Thailand. And that's all in the news at 9. Good night.